What's up, guys? It's Zach, and I'm back for week 4, lesson 4 of Guitar 101. So today we've talked about all of the parts of the guitar. We've talked about the string names, how to tune your guitar. We've also talked about the major scale and what makes a chord, which was the root, the third, and the fifth, right? Okay. Today we are going to talk about our first chord, which is the G major or G chord. So I'm going to scoot up close to the camera so you guys get a little bit better view of what I'm doing, and then we're going to learn our first chord. So here we go. This is the G major chord. Okay, so we're going to start off on the 3rd fret, and again with our middle finger, second finger, right? So we're going to start the 3rd fret. 1, 2, 3. Remember we started our diatonic or the major scale? Diatonic is another word for the major scale, by the way. So we start off with our middle finger on that string. So let's all hit that together. Okay? That's all you got to hit, just that string right now. Now, the second string we're going to hit, you see how your first finger is kind of just hanging back here like this? Your first finger, your pointer? What we're going to do is we're going to put it on the second string right here. So it's going to be on the A string. See? So here you have your E string, your low E, and you have your A string. Okay? Now, so it's going to be right there. Let me get up close here. So first, the first note of the chord is the middle finger right here on the 3rd fret. And you want to kind of make it, when you're chording a guitar, let me turn a little bit so you guys can see this. When you're chording a guitar, you want to kind of make your fingers stand up, like almost like they're walking, right? It's kind of a weird angle, and sometimes your wrist takes a minute to get used to it. But what we want to do is you want to make it stand up. See how you can see this string here? Right under here, you can see the second string is not touched. Let me get a little closer here. Right? So you can see that second string isn't being touched. It's clean. So what you want to do is put your first finger right there on that 2nd fret. So you can see that the middle finger's kind of arched up, leaving that second string open, your A string, okay? So that's how you want to always do with chords unless I tell you otherwise. So, middle finger, 3rd fret, first finger, 2nd fret. So middle finger, 3rd fret, low string. First finger, 2nd fret on the 2nd string. And then you get to hang out for a while. So all these next strings, the D, the G, and the B are all open. And then you're going to take your ring finger right here, and you're going to push it on the 3rd fret on the high E string, right? The 3rd fret. Okay, so it's now that's a G, okay? Now, if you're just starting out guitar for the first time, you're going to notice that you may have some strings that sound like this. Okay? It's because you need to push down a little bit harder, but don't squeeze too tight to where the tips of your fingers are turning white. That means you're squeezing a little too hard. You want to push down just enough so the note is clear, right? Listen to this. If you push too hard, it'll do this. Hear the note kind of go up a little bit? That means you're pushing it too hard. So push easy, just enough. And then you may be hearing this. And that means you need to either push harder with your index finger, or you need to make sure this middle finger and your index finger are standing up tall, right? I'll go to the side again. So let's do this reset. So here it's kind of muting it. It's kind of, the notes are kind of dead and sloppy. Then watch, if you stand them up tall. Okay, so that is the G major chord. I'll go real close here for you guys one more time. Middle finger, we're going to start on the low E. Middle finger, 3rd fret, first finger, 2nd fret of the A string. all these are open. Your D, G, and B are open. And then your ring finger is going to go on the same 3rd fret at the bottom, right? Okay, that's a G chord. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take your pick in your right hand. If you don't have a pick, you can get one. I play with a thumb pick, which is a little bit different technique, and I use a thumb pick and nails. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to play it like it's a regular pick. And you start on the top string, and you strum. Strum means you play like this. This is a strum. You don't want to hold your pick too tight, but you don't want to hold it too loose either, because it falls in the sound hole, which is the abyss of guitar picks that go away, and it's really hard to get them out. So you want to hold your pick just tight enough to where the strings are really clear, but you don't want to hit it too hard either, because you could break a string. All right. So make your chord. Make sure it's clean. A good way to test your chord is to hit each string individually. Right? Make sure they're all clean and then strum it. Okay? Now what I want you to do is do a down and a downstroke and an upstroke. Alright? So down and up. Okay? Hold your pick, don't lose it. And then after that, it's just counting, right? So we'll count to 4. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go down on 1, up on 2, 2, down on 3, 3, up on 4, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the early stages of guitar, so you got to make sure we get the bass, the foundation correct, okay? So when you're playing your chord, make sure that you don't have any of those dead strings or buzzy strings, right? Push them down just enough. Make sure your fingers are standing up. Pretend like this is the floor and your fingers have got to walk on it, right? So make sure they're standing up, leaving plenty of room, and then... Alright, so that's your first chord. Congratulations, you're well on your way. I'll see you guys next week to review our G chord, and then we will talk about the next chord that we're going to learn, which is a C chord. Alright, so we'll see you guys next week.